Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update for gold and silver. And I'm using this information since I'm an investor, kind of a longer term 5-10 year time horizon. I'm looking for entry points for my investments. That's really what I'm using this data for. I'm not trading, I'm not trying to do a short term trade. I believe in the thesis that inflation is coming in greater quantities when the real estate goes into an expansion phase, which we're in an expansion phase, but it's still ramping up. That releases the floodgates open for inflation. 60% of commercial bank lending comes from residential real estate, and new homes means new loans means inflation. That's the summation as quickly as I could off the top of my head. So we're just looking for clues on when this could potentially turn and move on up. We've been in a pullback. We could remain in a pullback, but it looks like some of these things are starting to turn a little bit. And we might be at a good, we'll call it cost average in point. I like to cost average into my positions, and that's where I just sit in it. I have the valuation at my back in terms of values, and I think that gold and silver over the 5 to 10 year time frame is going to be an incredible investment. So that's my kind of outlook on this. I don't use this for trading. I don't badmouth gold and silver because it's going down. I get more interested in things when they fall versus going up. And that's when I start investing in that sector more and more. So here we go. I'll take a look at gold and silver and give you my financial opinion. So I've got the dollar at the top, and I've got the gold continuous contract at the bottom. Basically a flat day, but you could see this drop, and we went up higher on gold, and it basically never came back down. So this looks pretty good for gold. Looks like a pretty strong day. We've got the dollar here. We've got this uptrend line that we broke to the downside. We've been hanging out. We've got a little wicks on the top here. We might head lower. We'll see what happens here. We've got the 10-year dropping to the downside, and we could pull back a little bit more. We also have a downtrend line here that's right below it. So I'm curious to see where this thing goes, because we had a down day here on this little uptrend. Are we going to come back, kiss this line for a retest and head higher? That's a possibility. We might see a retest right here before heading up. We've got GDX, and I'm looking at the candlesticks over here. Not too much buying pressure today. Basically a flat day. It hasn't broken the downtrend yet, so we're still in this downtrend line. Looking at gold, gold looks very much positive. We've got the wick at the bottom. It sold off and then flew right back on up and ended pretty strong. So that's a positive development there. I still want to close above 1840. That's where I'd like to get. Silver's looking pretty good. Downtrend line, we broke it. Came back to back test. We tried coming below it. There's buyers down here at 2350 and up. We'll see if we head higher tomorrow. We've got platinum here. Again, we're still in this little downtrend line. We do have a little wick at the bottom. Usually what means that momentum's coming back up, even though we had a down day. I would look for an update tomorrow. And if you guys are courageous, I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to buying down here. This looks like a pretty good price to cost average in a little bit, to me. GDX on a little bit longer term perspective. Drawing the line here. We did break this line here. We've got support down here at a little bit above 30. And we've been just tracking sideways here. I'd like to see this little downtrend line break. And that's where we've been stuck. Looking at SILJ kind of zoomed in. Big buying pressure on this day here. Big buying pressure. The sellers are not responding back necessarily. We do have a black candlestick here. Usually we'll have I'd like to see a small down day tomorrow and then a surge higher. Or just a surge higher, but it doesn't look bad. It looks like we're trying to move higher. Same with Endeavor Silver, the downtrend line break, the big buying pressure move higher, small down days. There's no big sellers here yet. bullish engulfing hammer pattern, small down day next to it. I think we're moving on up. Aftermath silver, again, nice big buying pressure coming up. A little bit of a sell-off, small down days controlled. I think we're going to head higher at any point. That's my opinion. Looking at Franco-Nevada, I saw these bullish engulfing. This was going to head higher here, but the sellers, I don't know how they pulled this thing off to bring it back down here. This looked like it was going to run up right here. So we'll see what happens. The buyers are still there, and the sellers aren't really killing it yet. Wheat and precious metals, again, I like it from this point on. Big up day, small pullback, big up day. It looks like we're tracking higher here. Sandstorm gold coming on down, retesting this area. We've got a bullish engulfing here. Another, we see more buying pressure down here than we do selling pressure, given the candlestick sizes. So I think this will probably be a good spot to add in. I already did. And I'm looking for a move higher. We do have a little bit of sellers up here. That's what the wicks at the top are. So we're coming into some selling pressure. Yamana gold. Now this one looks different. It looks opposite. We've got bearish engulfing here, another bearish engulfing here, another bearish engulfing here. This looks like it wants to go lower for Yamana gold on the short-term candlestick chart in this circle here. But then on Newmont, you draw the line in, we broke the downtrend, nice big buying pressure came up, pulled back. And I mean, I don't see the buyers stepping in yet. Maybe they're waiting for gold to go higher. But it doesn't look bad because we broke the downtrend and we're just kind of coming back, resting. And that's what I've got for today. I mean, I'm looking at all these charts, and it's like I get this mixed reading across the sector. Silver looks pretty good. A lot of those silver companies, big buying pressure, small selling pressure, those look good. Newmont looks pretty good, but I don't see the buyers stepping in, buying it up. Maybe it's waiting for gold to step back in here and move on up. So I'm looking for buying, selling pressure. I'm looking for all these things. And it looks like we're trying to put in a bottom. A lot hinges on the price of gold. And a lot hinges on the dollar as well and rates. So right now, I would buy platinum right now, physical platinum. That's probably what I would do out of all these charts. And I would slowly cost average in because I think we're low. It could come down another 20, 30 bucks at most, maybe. But looking at the pattern, the wick at the bottom, I'd fire a little bit off, just get another ounce or two for myself, and that's probably what I'll do. So that's what I'm going to do. All the other ones, I'm not as keen on some of the mining companies themselves. Some of the royalties look okay, Sandstorm Gold, but that's kind of where my head is, at least. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.